I'm about to try the fried horse mackerel set. Never had horse before in my life, but I'm curious what it tastes like, so I'm going to try it in a place called Fresh Lunch Menu.
Yeah, you saw that right. We're getting ready to eat horse. But before we get into the wild food adventures, we need to talk about Japan. If you're from a city and you want to see true innovation, check out Japan. Go ahead, put it on your bucket list right now because it's one of those things you just have to experience. Now, we watched a lot of videos before we came, and they helped initially, but there's a lot more information that needs to be shared to keep a trip like this seamless. So here's the CamRod Travels take on traveling to Japan. Now, before we dive into the tips, I'd like to say thank you for taking the time to watch us as we travel around the world. We appreciate you, and we look forward to making many more of these videos for you in the future. To that end, as always, please like and subscribe. This trip, we learned a lot about Japanese culture and how they live day to day. Even the sidewalks have innovative tech. Have you ever noticed those yellow ridges running along the sidewalk or the yellow dots on the corners? I was really curious about what those were for, so I Googled it. Turns out it's an innovation to help blind people feel the path through the bottom of their feet and with their walking sticks. The ridges mean it's a clear path that's safe to walk, and the dots mean they're at a crosswalk or expect something to happen. It's genius. They even have buttons at the lights that emit sound so they can know exactly when it's safe to cross.
You don't need to hit it unless there's a blind person around because it's not going to make the light change any faster. All it does is it emits a sound so the blind person knows when to actually go.
Now let's let the cat out of the bag. As you can probably tell, I'm an African American, descended from the slaves of the transatlantic slave trade, among other peoples. While in Japan, traveling while black, as they say, I experienced nothing but good vibes. Honestly, everyone I interacted with was extremely friendly and helpful. Now, I can't speak for every black person because each person's experience is their own, but for me, it was smooth sailing. My wife and I stayed at 2 different hotels in Tokyo at 2 different price points. Let's just say one hotel was double the price of the other and leave it at that. But both were nice, well-maintained, and beautifully designed. Of course, the more expensive room had a few more bells and whistles when it came to the automatic devices that were in the room. The bidet was sick and the shower was next level, but both rooms were completely serviceable. When it comes to prices out there, 1,000 yen is about $6.29 right now. To simplify the math on the go, I just rounded it to 1,000 yen equals $6. It's not super accurate, but it'll get you in the ballpark every time. 500 yen, let's say it's $3. 10,000 yen is about $60. 100,000 yen is $600. Now, it's actually $629, but if you're at that level, you know where you're at. On this trip, we mainly did 2 things: explore and shop. Shopping isn't really my thing, but my wife couldn't get enough of it. I didn't know this, but apparently Japan has a thriving secondhand luxury market. And according to my wife, it's strictly against the law for them to sell any counterfeits. So she was confident that the bags she bought were the real deal. She spent the whole day in Osaka just going into little shops, looking at bags, watches, jewelry, and clothing. But taking the bullet train to Osaka for a day trip brings me to my first major tip. If you plan to visit different cities, plan your itinerary so you can actually stay overnight in each city. A round trip from Tokyo to Osaka for 2 people in the green car, which is the higher tier, ran me about $250 each way. Booking it through Klook actually cost $280 because of their surcharge. That's over $500 just to go shopping for the day. And then we still have to take the bullet train again to go to Kyoto. It just makes more sense to go to a city, stay there, do your thing, then move on to the next. And skip Klook for train tickets. It's incredibly easy just to buy your tickets directly at the station or use their official app. I got better rates buying directly at the train station. Next tip is all about data. You don't need every single app people talk about on YouTube. A good eSIM and a digital Suica card for the transit system are really all you need. For data, I just got an unlimited eSIM for my iPhone and use it for everything. My Samsung phone isn't unlocked, so the eSIM didn't work on it, but that actually ended up working in my favor. I kept the Samsung on airplane mode and used it only on the hotel Wi-Fi, which kept me logged into all my streaming devices from home. I picked up an HDMI adapter, plugged the Samsung straight into the Open TV inputs at both hotels, and was good to go. After about 7 days, the app started locking me out. I just opened the NordVPN account to route my connection back home and got right back to my shows. All in all, the eSIM saved me a ton of money. I paid $40 for the unlimited plan versus AT&T's international day passes at $12.99 per day. For just one phone, that can easily clear $120 for a 10-day trip. And I have 3 phones on my plan. My wife got her eSIM, so our total data out of the cost was just $80. Next tip, if you eat beef, go get the Kobe beef steak cooked medium rare. It is the lightest, tastiest steak I've ever had in my life, truly. And look, I've come a long way as a steak eater, from eating dry, well-done steaks drowned in A1 sauce, which I never really liked, to making my own medium rare porterhouses at home in a cast iron skillet. I had a chat with one of my Uber drivers, and he told me that most locals can't even afford Kobe steak on the regular. So enjoy it and appreciate it. For activities, definitely go to the parks. They are free, beautiful, and make awesome photo backdrops. Speaking of backdrops, the Tokyo Tower is a classic Japan photo op. We got plenty of those shots because if you're not careful in Japan, you can take a bunch of beautiful pictures, but look back later and not really know where you're at in the picture, right? So we have to make sure we got some of the temples, we got some of the Tokyo Tower and things like that. I owe a ton of thanks to my wife because she has the eye for what would be fun and what makes a good photo. She picked some incredible spots, including 2 different bamboo forests in Kyoto, the Team Lab Borderless and Team Lab Planets. She's a great picker. Hey, I mean, she picked me. Looking back at our trip, I feel like we did a lot, but by no means did we do everything. We didn't see any traditional Japanese theater, which is something I wanted to do. We didn't visit many temples. We missed out on the castle in Osaka and Kyoto. I feel like we didn't do quite enough of the historic cultural stuff. So although this was an incredibly successful and fun journey, we are definitely going back. Maybe we'll see you there next time. Anyway, that's all I got for now. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future. I'm gonna eat a little trouble on this one, but it's not horse and mackerel. It is horse mackerel, I guess it's a type of fish. So I was confused. I did not eat horse, but the horse mackerel was very good.